Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're in a different setting again today at my desk. I'm not quite with it today, to be quite honest, but I thought I'll film my wee list here of stuff I need to talk about. Joanne's upstairs in bed still because she didn't sleep very well, but I've got stuff on my computer I need to look at for this video, so I thought might as well just do it down here. So today is sort of like an endo update video, so just let's get into that then. So I think the first thing we can talk about is the weight loss and BMI side of things. So Louise bought new scales and they do your BMI, your body fat, your water weight and stuff, and they're great. I've also taken my measurements down. This was the end of January, the 28th, so I think I'm just going to do my measurements the 28th of each month, because that's just when I did the first lot. I think if I can count, we're in week 8 of the year, so I've been doing this diet for about 7.5 weeks. We'll say 7, because for the first couple of days it was sort of a bit iffy because we didn't have food in. Like, well, we did have food, but sort of not diet friendly food. It's not a diet, but we'll go into that. So we're 7-ish weeks in and I've lost 8 pounds and 4 ounces or something. And my goal for January was to lose 7 pounds and I lost 6.5 in January, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I've been asked a couple of times by a couple of different people, what diet are you doing? Are you doing keto? Are you doing this? Slimming World, stuff like that. And we're not doing any of that. Like, we've got a couple of friends that are doing a keto diet, and obviously with COVID and stuff we've not really seen each other, so I don't know how that's going for them. But me and Joanne just thought, instead of doing an actual like diet, we're just going to be careful. So now we count our calories every day. We have the MyFitnessPal app, so we log that. And we bought new kitchen scales, so now we weigh out portion sizes. So for like pasta, we'll do 75 grams of dry pasta, so it's like 180 when it's cooked or something, whereas before we just dump some in and be like, oh, that's all right, and have like way more than we needed. So we started doing that, and that has helped. Joanne's lost over a stone, though at one point she lost 5 pounds because she was really ill. She had this gastro thing I'd mentioned in one of my vlogs, so she's just being sick and whatnot. So obviously not the best way to lose weight, but it did go towards what she lost. But yeah, I'm really proud she's done over a stone. A little bit jealous, but she's walked more than me. It's the other thing, we've been walking a lot more. We take Susie out just round like Howden Park, which is like near where we live. We took her to another park at one point and she got filthy. We've not taken her back there since. And then we did Linlithgow Lock a couple of weeks ago. I have big blisters on my feet now though, so I need to get some like walking boots, because my wellies, as great as they are for being waterproof, and it doesn't matter if they get muddy, they obviously aren't meant for long walks. So yeah, my feet are sore. So we've been walking a lot more, though the last week or so I've not really walked much. I went out on Monday, and then yesterday I felt awful, my legs had been sore. So it's Wednesday when I'm filming this, and I was up all night, like literally woke up at every hour. I didn't sleep until 1-3, woke up at every hour. I went to the toilet and I got stuck on the toilet. I was in there for like an hour. I was having really bad flare. I fainted a couple of times. I was sick a couple of times. It's not good stuff. But so I've not really been out the last couple of days. I did Monday, but not much. But Joanne, yesterday I went back to sleep and Joanne, Louise and Becca went out for a walk with Susie and they took Hugo, but he needed a bath because it was so muddy when he got back. So he had a little curly bum, like his back end was really curly after his wash. Obviously gyms aren't open and stuff, so we can't do the gym, but I'm not wearing my Fitbit today because I knew I was just going to come downstairs and sit in the chair. There's no point. But I've been wearing my Fitbit to track my steps and stuff. I've not been wearing it for bed to track my sleep because I sleep on my wrist, so it really hurts, so I'm not doing that. But yes, 8 and a bit pounds down so far. Only like a couple more stone to go. I don't really have a goal weight, I just have a goal BMI. So to get to the maximum BMI I can be for my surgery, I need to lose about 3 stone. Well, it was 3.5 stone, so I've got about just under 3 stone left, which, you know, is doable. I can do it. As of today, it's Lent and I've given up chocolate, so it's technically 40 days and 40 nights of Lent, but it doesn't include Sundays, so technically I could have a bit of chocolate on a Sunday or whatever, but I feel like that's cheating, so I'm doing the whole hog, so 46 days of no chocolate. That goes through March, which I'm also doing the detox through March with the British Heart Foundation, because I have an irregular and extremely fast heartbeat. My nan has an irregular heartbeat and my granddad has a fast heartbeat, so I've just got a combination. So it does mean a lot to me that I can help raise money towards like a charity that could potentially help us one day. So I'm doing that. I will leave a link in the description of like the GoFundMe or the Just Giving page or whatever it is, so you can donate. Oh look, what's that sound? And it's my leg like twitching. My minimum goal that I want to raise is £75. So I've just put it at 75 for now. Obviously if I get more than that, that's great. I think donations go until September 2021, so quite a way away quite far down the line, so we've got time. £75 not a lot, like I know well, like way more than 75 people, so if everyone just put in £1, I'd smash that target, so we'll see. So I'm hoping that if I'm not eating chocolate at the minute, if I have a bad flare day or a bad mental health day, I'm like, I'll just have a bit of chocolate, it'll make me feel better. So throughout Lent I won't be able to do that. I've got fruit bars and stuff instead, so I'm hoping that will also aid me in my weight loss journey. And obviously with my measurements and stuff. So I've got photos, like before photos, and then like I'm gonna do them each month. So I don't know, I might check in at some point and just show you the before and during photos, but it's just me in like a sports bra and pants, so maybe not. I might post it on my Instagram or something instead. Possibly, I've not decided. I mean, nothing's on show, it's fine, it's just I don't know if I want my underwear body on Instagram, but maybe at some point. I have bought a few things from Shein, because most of it's quite cheap, and it's like some of it's t-shirts. I've got a pair of trousers, and then I've got a few like underwear things, like pretty bralettes or like bodysuits and stuff that were quite cheap. Like I think the bodysuit I got in sale, so instead of like £12 it was like £4 or something, and I thought that's a great sort of target because it didn't cost a lot, but I think it's like a 14, so I can get to like a size 14, and if that fits I'd be happy. I'm currently an 18, but it's a bit iffy because if I'm really bloated with endo, like if I'm flary, like a 20 fits better, but in general I'm an 18. But then I do have some stuff that's a 16 that fits perfectly, so I think it's just a case of where you shop. But like, I got a top the other day. It was a Jurassic Park top, and I got it in a 5XL, so it's massive and it's so comfy. But yeah, I do tend to like buy bigger, baggier clothes anyway, because they're handy for flare days. But yeah, my goal sort of size is a 14. A 12 would be great too, but I definitely wouldn't want to go smaller than a 12 because I'd look disproportioned, because I have big hips and quite a big bust. So I don't want to look disproportioned. Though it's strange, because when I was like measuring myself and stuff, I've never thought of my body type. I've never been like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. But based on my measurements, I've got quite like an hourglass figure, because like I'm quite busty, and then my waist is quite small, but my hips are very big. So maybe I can, you know, show that off in nice dresses and stuff in future. But we'll see. Then the next thing I've got on my little list is mental health factors. Obviously, as you all know, I've mentioned before, I do suffer with anxiety and depression. And it wasn't last year now, 2019, I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. But I've only just really started coming to terms with what it is and how it affects me. I am seeing a therapist now every Friday that you'd know, like when you've watched my vlogs. He's great and he's very helpful. Mentally, that sounds ridiculous. So my endo does affect my mental health quite a lot. It gives me migraines as well, which is obviously just another physical thing. But apart from, like, we'll talk about physical things soon. But yeah, mentally my anxiety gets quite bad when my endo's bad. Like, I'll pick at the skin on my lips, I'll just sit doing this, or if I've got spots, like I'll just pick at them, like if I get them around here. Or like my nails, they're not great at the minute. That's got pink eyeshadow under it, that nail, and it's stained it, I can't get it out. But like, I'll pick the skin around my nails when I get nervous. I do that a lot during therapy as well. So I'll get anxious, like, oh my god, I'm not on my period, but am I going to start losing big clots? Or I am on my period and I feel awful, am I gonna faint, am I gonna be sick, and stuff like that. Also gets me very, very depressed, because obviously it's a hormone imbalance, so I get very sweaty and my hair gets greasy quicker, and I get very spotty, like around here and my mouth, like this portion here gets so oily. And I hate that. It makes me feel disgusting, especially at the moment with lockdown and stuff. I've not, like for college, I'd get up and I'd do my makeup and stuff, even if it's just a bit of eyeliner, mascara and lip balm once I've done my eyebrows. Like, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm up for the day, I'm dressed, I've done my hair, done my makeup. Whereas now, I don't. Like, usually I'll get up and I'll get dressed and I'll just chuck my hair in a bun or something. But like today, I'm still in my pajamas. I've not even got a bra on. Like, so I don't know, it just makes me feel really like bleh, because I don't have the motivation to get up and do my makeup and stuff and sort of make myself look better, which makes me feel better. Like on Valentine's Day, Jan was like, why have you got all glammed up for Valentine's Day? We don't celebrate it. Also because I just felt crap and I wanted to make myself feel better. But yeah, depression has hit hard during the whole like year of COVID. Well, it is nearly a year of COVID. That's scary. Obviously there's people having a much harder time than me. Like, my granddad's been ill. I won't go into details because he's a very private person, but my granddad's been unwell. Obviously he's having a hard time. It's a hard time for the rest of the family. There's family members, not people that I'm overly close with, but like distant family members that have had people they know or people they're related to in their family and stuff have passed away. Someone that my mum cares for, she's very poorly. My godmother, she's ill. It's not COVID. My godmother's got some other stuff going on. It's not a new thing, it's been ongoing for years. but it's like, I know people have it a lot worse than me with whether it's COVID or other stuff, but especially with coronavirus at the moment, like people catching it and being really ill, and people that have been dying because of it. Yes, I feel rubbish, but it's not as hard as that. So although, yes, I'm like, oh, I've been depressed because of COVID and stuff, I don't want to like put it all over my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram like that's all that there is to me, because yes, I'll post about my endo and my BPD and stuff, but you know, they don't define me. What defines me is me as a whole. But I don't want to sit there going, oh, I'm so depressed, everyone feels sorry for me, because there's people dying in the world, not even of COVID, just of like they can't get fresh water or they're starving. And you know, I know people have it worse than me, and I don't dispute that. It's just a bit crappy knowing, you know, some people can get treated for issues they do have, like my mental health. It can be treated like with medication and stuff. My endo has no cure, so it's kind of, you just have to deal with it. So you know, that's no fun. So it has, like, endo and lockdown and everything has really impacted my mental health, and I have been having like a lot of bad days. A couple of weeks ago I just spent the whole day in the bedroom and ignored everyone, had a breakdown, and I said to Joanne, I feel like if I wasn't here, no one would miss me. It'd be like, okay, whatever, no one cares. And obviously that's not the truth. I know I am loved. Like, I have Joanne and Louise and Becca and my mum and dad and Nan and siblings and like the rest of my family. Obviously it'd kill, well, pardon the pun, but it would kill them if I wasn't here and stuff. So although as I said in one of my vlogs the other day, I'm not suicidal, I just have moments of thinking, okay, well, what's the point, because tomorrow I'm going to wake up and feel crap as well. But obviously that's just certain things make me feel that way. As a whole, like, I'm quite good at talking myself out of feeling really bad. Obviously certain things trigger me more than others, which is why I'm speaking to my therapist to sort of work through that. But yeah, I think although it is like mental health is a big part of, like, is affected massively by my endo, there is people who have it worse than me, but my physical factors of my endo are a lot worse than the mental health factors that I have due to the endo. Speaking of physical factors, we have some new sort of symptoms. They're not new, they've been happening for years, but I never clicked it was an endo thing. So for years and years, I think maybe since I was about 15 when I first started like thinking, oh, okay, I think this is endo. Like, I was 11 when I started my period and they've always been really bad, but from maybe 14, 15, my legs were so sore, my left leg more than anything, so painful when I was either due on my period or on my period. And it was sort of like, oh, okay, it's just because I feel crap. And when I was about 17, 18, I was like, it might be an endo thing, it might just be my whole body aches, because my shoulders and my armpits get very sore when I'm flaring. Well, the last few weeks when it's been sore, it's been agony. Like yesterday I went back up to bed and Lilo laid on my leg. She came in the bedroom, she laid on my legs, and I was in so much pain I had to move her. She ended up sleeping on my chest, like nuzzled into my neck, and it was very cute. But I was Joanne and my mum both have sciatica, so I knew the pain was sort of like a sciatica pain, and I was like, oh no, what's going on? So I was looking it up in an endo group, oh pardon me, that I'm in on Facebook. I did a bit of googling, which, you know, generally I won't do, because I don't want to weed myself out and be like, oh my god, you've got this, you've got that, you've got a day to live. But yeah, I googled it, and looked in endo pages and stuff, and apparently you can get endo growing on your sciatic nerves, which causes severe leg pain and back pain and stuff. So I'm thinking it's that. Obviously I don't know for sure, but it seems likely it's going to be that. So yeah, not a new symptom, but newer, like affected me more recently. I think that's the only sort of like newer symptom. The rest are all the same, like migraines, feeling sick, being sick. Fainting, like I've not fainted for a long time, but I fainted twice last night. I've got a clip of me having a flare. I said this in my vlog, like I've never seen myself during a flare, because obviously I don't just sit and be like, oh yeah, look in the mirror while I'm flaring, because I'm a bit too distracted. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just gonna set my phone up and film it while I was in the toilet having a flare. In the toilet, I wasn't in the toilet, I was sat on the toilet seat, but it was like lid down and stuff. I was fully dressed, like nothing weird, but I was having a flare and I was like heavy breathing, and I felt like I was having a panic attack at one point. But yeah, it was like a lot of heavy breathing and trying to calm myself down. I was very dizzy and then I fainted. I was sick, but obviously I'm not gonna show anyone me being sick, that's weird. But yeah, I'll insert a little clip of me during the flare, because I think a lot of people don't know what a flare looks like, and they think, oh okay, well we can't see that you're ill. You can't be ill because you don't look ill. Yeah, that's because it's an invisible illness. It's on the inside. You can't, like, you're not going to turn around to someone with cancer and say, well I can't see your cancer, you're not ill. Like, just shut up and don't be so stupid. So yeah, so I've got that clip and I'll pop that in. The last week or so has been really flary. So I was on my period last week. I finished on the 15th, yeah, so just after Valentine's Day, so Monday. And I often find the day or so before, so generally like the day before I'm due on to the 3rd day of my period are the worst. Feel awful, and then I'm okay, then it's sort of manageable and be like, meh, okay, sore, but I can deal with it for about 3 days. And then the last day and the 2 or 3 days after I've finished, oh, Minnie's climbing off the sofa. She's just like falling sort of. Yeah, so for the last like 2 or 3 days, and when I'm finished, I get so crampy and feel sick, and I think that's sort of like when I feel my worst. And with my endo, again, this is different for everyone, but with my endo, I have a very heavy flow, like very heavy. So I think my body's just sort of recovering from the extreme amount of blood loss, which, you know, is terrifying. But yeah, so I've been feeling a bit rubbish the last few days. So Jan will probably kill me because I don't want to go for a walk today because I feel so rubbish. There's a lot going on with my endo. Like, I don't want to go into too much detail with certain things because it's a bit graphic. Obviously I'm not going to be putting pictures of blood or anything in, or as I said, I won't post the clip of me being sick. But good news on, I don't even know how to word this. We have some good news. I can't say it, hidradenitis or dentitis, no, hidradenitis suppurativa or something like that. I can't say it. I'll put it on screen. And it's similar to like acne. It's like my body like gets lots of like little cysts, well, some big cysts, and I was getting them really bad like around my groin, and I'd get them like on my thighs and sort of like in the crease of my bum where it meets the back of my thigh. And I'd get them quite a lot, and sometimes like on the pubic bone and stuff, and they were so painful. And some of them were like this big. It's awful, so painful, especially on like my inner thigh where obviously they rub, or if they were like just below my bum cheek, like sort of back of my leg when I sat down it was painful. So I spoke to my doctor. She gave me antibiotics, which is the sort of thing they'd give you for like severe acne. She gave me doxycycline, I think it is. It's an antibiotic. So that's run out now, but I've got an appointment with her next Tuesday, so we're going to see if that's going to carry on. I've got to wait sort of, well, she's off until Tuesday, so I'm going to see how this week goes without the doxycycline, and if I'm okay, I'll say to her, look, I don't need to go back on it yet. Or if they come up really bad again, I'll say, yeah, look, we need to carry it on for a while. But she gave me Hibby Scrub, which is chlorhexidine shower gel. So it's like a medicated shower gel, and basically I just have to like put a bit on my hands, rub it in, put it on the affected areas. So I do like my groins, my thighs, back of my legs, underarms, and depending on what it's been like, under boob, because sometimes I get some there, and like obviously in my armpits. So, and then I leave that to sit for a few seconds, and then I'll rinse it off. It smells really bad, so then I'll wash with something that smells nice, so I don't stink of whatever that's meant to smell like. Pink though, so but yeah, since I've been using that and taking the antibiotics, they've cleared up a lot. I only have the very odd sort of cyst now. It's just, I still get spots, but everyone gets spots, but generally they're just where I get sweaty. So like I'll get them around here. Why did I have one? I had one the other day, like on the back of my head, like sort of here, and I didn't realise, and I went like that. I just ripped this head off and it was painful. Occasionally get them on my boobs, which is weird. Like I didn't realise obviously you can get them anywhere, but yeah, just like teeny little ones. But I don't know if you can see, but the way my skin is, I've sort of got like chicken skin, and that sounds ridiculous. You can see it better on this side, and it's like I have like little raised bumps that are quite red, and I don't know why I have that. I don't know if it's an endo thing. Someone mentioned to me years ago that it could be fibromyalgia, but I've never heard, like I've spoken to a doctor about it and she doesn't think it's that. So I think I'm not wanting anything else, so we'll just go with it's just my skin. So yeah, I have a lot of them, so sometimes it looks like I have spots and I don't, it's just that. But so things are looking good on the cyst front. Medication wise, I've been weaning myself off certain things, like amitriptyline. At the minute I'm still on my higher dosage, and I need to, I think after these ones run out, I'm just going to wean myself off. So instead of 50 milligrams, I'm going to have 25, and then I can do that for a couple of months and then go down to 10 and stuff. Propranolol, I've just upped actually. So I was taking 1 tablet a day and I meant to take 3, and I didn't realise. I'd obviously read the wrong packaging or something, like the wrong box. So that is for my migraines, but it's also like an anti-anxiety sort of thing. It slows my heartbeat, and as I said earlier, I have a really fast heartbeat. Like my resting heartbeat's in the 90s. So when I take my propranolol, I'm pointing because I've got some up there. When I take my propranolol, my resting heartbeat comes down to 70s, 80s, depending on what I've been doing. But like when I go out for a walk and stuff, my heart rate gets up to like 130, 140 sometimes, and obviously that's scary. But so that's still a high dosage. My citalopram's still a high dosage, and I'm not changing that anytime soon. Like if I miss it for a day, it's like the world is ending. I have like a full-on breakdown. So yeah, we're not changing that. So amitriptyline is also an antidepressant. So I've got 2 antidepressants, and 2 anti-anxieties, because apparently my propranolol, as I said, is an anti-anxiety, but my citalopram also helps with anxiety. I have mebeverine, which is for IBS and stomach spasms and stuff, but I don't take it very often. I don't really need it as much, but Joanne has to take it for her gastrointestinal bugs and stuff. So it's handy because if I've run out, she has some and vice versa. Pozarfen, which is a migraine tablet, I only have to take that if I need it. That's sort of like the propranolol is a preventative, whereas if I do have a migraine, I can take the Pozarfen and it most of the time gets rid of it. I also still have to take metoclopramide when I feel sick because it's an anti-sickness, and that's obviously quite handy. I have my tramadol. I only take that when I need it. So for the last few days I've taken a couple because I've needed it. I still have to have my vitamin D and my vitamin B12 supplements, as well as my vitamin B12 injections, which mine's due in about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks, beginning of March. And I've got a couple of more, but I can't remember the names of all of them because I have so many. So yeah, medication is still crazy. Someone mentioned to me last night when I speak to my doctor I should ask about having pregabalin, I think she said it was, because that's good for sciatic pains. And obviously if I've got endo growing on my nerves, which we're not going to know for sure until I have surgery, which it was meant to be between 6 and 9 months from December, so it could have been around my birthday, which is June, anytime between like June and September-ish. But I think with COVID, it's probably going to be very late 21 or early 22, which I don't mind, you know, as long as I get the surgery at some point. But yeah, so everything's just a bit up in the air with medications and all sorts. But because of the sciatic nerve, I've been told I should ask about pregabalin. So I'll mention it. Obviously I'm not going to go, well, it's a phone call, but I'm not going to be like, I want pregabalin and I want it now. I'll just mention about the back pain and the leg pain and say that someone suggested pregabalin and see what she says. Because if she says no, like, it's not the end of the world. I've still got, like, I can still take ibuprofen and stuff if I need. Or self-care days, like I've got my little calendar here. So obviously you can see like cheat days. I lost 2 pounds this week. It's a study week. Phone away days I don't do. I meant to, but I don't because it's like I'll edit and stuff. But like you can see I've put like self-care days in, and I try and have at least 2 a week. So I always have one on Sunday, like self-care Sunday. What's the day today? Wednesday, self-care Wednesday. Yeah, so I always try to have at least 2, but like on a Wednesday, like I washed my hair last night, so tonight I'll have a bath and just chill. Whether it's like having a bath or, sorry, my hair's like falling out everywhere. That's an endo thing as well. I didn't realise it was an endo thing, but yes, it's because of my hormone imbalance that my hair starts falling out more than sort of the average amount of hairs. But yeah, so I'll have a bath and that like it just relaxes me so much. I'll have a hot bath and I'll have a bath bomb, but I'll also put some like Epsom salts in there. And I don't know what it does, but it always makes me feel better. And I think it's just taking that time out from the craziness of life at the moment and just having like an hour to myself. It really calms me down, even like in a mental health sort of, like if I'm having a bad mental health day as well, I'll go and have a bath or whatever, or Joanne's downstairs, I'll go and sit upstairs and just take some time for myself. So whether it's having a bath or doing a face mask, like I had a bath the other day, but then I did a wee face mask because my skin was dry and I thought this will just sort of rejuvenate it. So self-care is very important at the best of times, but especially at the moment when things are up in the air and my endo's bad, my mental health's bad. So like obviously if I'm having a really bad day, I can say to Joanne, look, I feel rubbish, can we just have a movie day and watch whatever we want? but then there is times that I'm like I just need 10 minutes to breathe, and I'll go off and have a bath or do whatever, and then I come back feeling so much better. Obviously, like, yes, as much as I love a bath and a face mask, it's not going to cure everything, but so that is everything on my list. So I think that's it. If anyone has any questions about my endo or endo in general, just comment them below or DM me or whatever on Instagram. Links will be in the description as always, and we can maybe have a Q&A. It could be like a Q&A about anything and everything, but include endo ones, or we can do a specific endo one if that's what people would want. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say about the endo side of things. It's crap. That should be the whole video. Endo is crap. But thank you so much for coming back to my channel and watching this video. I'm aware it's like half an hour of me just gibbering on, but Lilo just did the cutest meow. Yeah, thank you again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, leave any questions below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.